We bought this ruin, but we've never actually been inside. And today, we're opening it for the first time.
Whoa! The fuck? What is that?
And what we found, we did not expect. Welcome back to Vista Verde, the Italian dream. Hidden in the mountains of Italy, there is this ruin that came with the house we bought. A place that's been abandoned for many, many years. And until now, we had no idea what was inside. And to be honest, we were a little bit nervous. The plan, because we haven't visited the ruin yet, because of safety, because we're not sure if it's safe to just simply enter. I did check out with the drone and the walls look stable-ish, but in order to enter safely, I think the best thing to do for me is to clean everything around the ruin first, so we have a safe access. And after that, we'll see to explore. But yeah, let's do it. The first door we opened led us to something completely unexpected.
That's zot.
An old oven, still standing after more than 200 years. Back then, this wasn't just a kitchen. Animals were kept below, and above, this is where people cooked bread, food, life. It's strange to think how much life once happened here. And then it was time to try the second entrance, the main entrance of the house. And the second entrance felt like stepping into an actual house, because we had to open the doors. After a safety check of the floor, we tried and we went inside. This was the main living space. You can still see the fireplace right in the center, and it's massive. But at the same time, you realize how fragile everything has become. Parts of the floor are completely gone, and every step you're not sure if it will hold. So we had to be careful. And then we opened, or at least try to open the last door. This part of the house felt more recent.
Ja, als je iedere keer aan trekt, misschien wel.
But first we have to find a way to open the door.
Oh,
Wow,
the fuck?
wat is dat? Huh?
Amai.
Mag ik binnen?
Maar ja, dat ziet er hier nog wel oké uit.
And almost immediately we started finding clues. Feeding troughs, tools. Everything pointed to one thing. This place wasn't just a home. It was built for farming, for animals, for working the land around it. And suddenly, the whole place started to make sense. The oven, the house, the stable, all part of the same story. A life built around survival, around the land. And now, we're the ones standing here, trying to figure it all out again, trying to make something beautiful of this place.
What do you think this is?
De hesmooier? Wat?
Een ploeg?
Maar.
Allee, jong. Hoe zot is dat?
So, the ruin. We had a good meeting with our geometra yesterday. The father, the son, it's a family business. They came around together with a land meter to measure different points of our land and also about the ruin, to have the official measurements. In order to rebuild it, we need to have those measurements. And now that it's clear to walk around, they gave us some cool information, because we now learned that this ruin is roughly 250 years or older. And we have, well, our geometra told us this because of one detail. One of the walls at the ruin, this wall in particular, next to the furnace, has a curve to it. It starts wide at the bottom and it goes up. I'll show you. By the way, somebody in the YouTube comments told us to cut all the vines at the roots. So I have cut all the vines at the roots so they would start dying. So thank you for that comment in the YouTube section. If any of you have more advice, tips or feedback, feel free to put it in the comments. And as you can see, I answer to everybody. So yes, the wall, back to the wall. You can tell it's curved. It starts big here and it goes slightly up. And this apparently is from the time that they built it castles, so roughly 250 years or older. And it's one of those features that our geometra could confidently say the age of the building. So some of the things that we are really wanting to keep are around the windows, around the door. Apparently these kind of stones are very valuable, not only money-wise, but also historically. So we really want to save them. Just the same like this, it's... Can you imagine if we reuse this in a new building and it's going to look like it's old, but it's new? For example, over here, you have an even more good view. You see those cornerstones? They go all the way up. So these are some of the things that we are going to try to rescue. So after our meeting yesterday with the Geometra, they are going to the Comune. It's the Comune. And they will ask if they can check the archives for more information about the building, the previous owners, what it was used for, when this part was built, and then also we would like to know or understand when the extension has been made. So I hope in future videos to be able to provide you with pictures of how it used to look. A small break because the previous owner sent us these pictures of 20 years ago. Look how it used to look back then. Our house in front, ruin in the background. And what you'll see now is a picture of how the driveway used to look. How it was used, also the forest, because we have over there our massive forest. I have a suspicion, come with me. Because the old house over here, most of it is flat. We still have to explore the forest. So I think that's going to be the next video, by the way. So we are very curious on what we will find in our forest, what kind of animals, maybe we will find an old Roman sword or something, old artifacts, you know. But so I think because all of this is flat, also in the forest, the first, I think 20 meters is a completely flat part. So I think it used to be part of a garden or maybe some farming stuff. Yeah, so we hope to learn more about the history of the house in the next couple of days, weeks, months. We also got to know a little bit of our neighbors, so maybe they will be able to also provide us some information that we can share with you. Thank you for sticking around in this video, by the way. I really appreciate that you take the time to watch our journey. It's really a pleasure for us to share the journey with you. But I also would like to know, what would you do with this ruin? Would you do like us and consider the option to tear it down completely and rebuild from the start with authentic materials? Or would you be so brave to renovate the whole ruin? I would like to know. Let me know in the comments. For our next video, we want you to come and discover our forest together with us. We have quickly went inside and we already found some amazing treasures. Can you guess what? I think I'll see you in the comments. By the way, 75% of the people watching have not subscribed to our channel yet. It's a small act, but it means the world for us.
Oh, een mooie.
Ja?
Maar ja, hè. Maar twee. Oh, liefje.
Ah, ik zie het. Oeh, de midden is mooi.